Warning to parents, this Paramount Plus exclusive event is not suitable for children.
Hello, and welcome back. Unless you're new, well then, hi. Today, I wanted to go ahead and talk about something while it's still at least a little bit relevant. So we're going to be talking about South Park's newest special that came out yesterday called Not Suitable for Children.
You like that, guys?
Oh my god!
Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
I also think the intro is just so funny. I don't know why. I could not stop laughing when I saw it. Watch it right. It's so funny.
I got cred, bitches. I got cred. I got cred, bitches. I got cred. I got kiwi lime. I got Google grape. You got no cred, bitches, but I got mine.
Listen, I couldn't find a clip of this, but spoiler alert if, obviously. At the end of the episode, it turns out that the person behind everything was Clyde's stepmom. And when she says that she just wants to get close to him, and he goes, "Can I call you mom?" She goes, "Yes, honey." And he goes, "Well, you, mom." That blew me up. That made me laugh so hard. I'm telling you guys, it's the funniest South Park special of all time. Go check it out, please. Okay, listen. This is, in my opinion, one of the best South Park specials as of recent. I think it just feels a lot like older South Park, and I just want to be perfectly clear really quick. I don't watch new movies. I think they try too hard to be up to date with the times, and it's just corny. So the most recent movie I really seen was Blackberry, which I watched that a couple weeks ago, and it was really good, and it's based in the 90s. So usually I don't like, TV shows or movies that try to cover recent topics because it just comes off as weird to me. Especially something that's been around since the 80s or 90s. They just start discussing random topics from 2023, such as TikTok or usage of cell phones. That just doesn't sit right with me. Because in my opinion, I feel like if this writer was 20 in the 80s or 90s and they're now 40 or 50 now, why are they allowed to cover these topics? They're old. Raise your kids. You know what I mean? Why are you able to still cover something new even though you don't understand it, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me. But on that note, I think South Park covers this amazingly. They always have, really. The only thing that's really comparable to this new South Park is the Christmas Story that was released last year. But it was also based in the 80s, so it still had that nostalgia factor that we love. And it wasn't all weird and corny with cellular devices and you know what I mean? I guess the reason that Trey Parker can still write these controversial, up-to-date topics is because he is a kid at heart, which helps to his benefit so much. He can write some of the best specials and some of the best episodes still in 2023, almost 20 years later. Now listen, the special covers a lot. Prime hydration, OnlyFans, kid manipulation, pretty much anything you can ask for in a regular South Park episode, except it's dragged out to a longer time.
Jesus Christ! Start the fucking car now! Snake is getting away with the drag! No!
Okay, the first thing I want to touch on is the OnlyFans stuff, because that's more of the B story. It's still entertaining, but I can definitely see why people would be thrown off. I mean, Randy has his penis out at least 10 times within this whole show. If this sounds weird, it's because I'm recording on my computer really quick. Yeah, that pickle is there for a reason. They did not censor it in the episode, so yeah. But that just seems like South Park to me, you know? Take, for example, the season 6 premiere, Jared has AIDS. The whole joke throughout this entire episode is that Jared, the spokesman for Subway, has AIDS, AIDS, which is an assistant to an important person. But the whole town thinks that Jared has AIDS, as in HIV.
Ladies and gentlemen, at first I didn't understand why you felt betrayed by the fact that my AIDS helped me to lose weight. But now I understand that it's because it isn't fair that I had AIDS and most of you don't. And so, with all the money I made from commercials, I have decided to start the AIDS for Everyone Foundation. What? I am going to personally see to it that each and every one of you gets AIDS.
This guy's insane.
But I won't stop there. I'm going to seek out all the underprivileged and hungry children of the world, and I'm going to give them AIDS myself.
You're gonna give children AIDS?
Yes, it is my hope that every beautiful child on this earth has AIDS by next month. AIDS for everyone.
Get him!
This joke is made so many times throughout this whole episode that there is this clip of Jared literally beating a dead horse.
There he is, beating that dead horse!
And South Park has done this so many times. There are episodes where it can either be really good or really bad. Like Jared Has AIDS, in my opinion, is an amazing episode, but there are episodes that just aren't funny when they do it, you know what I mean? But I do think this special works in the case that it's funny to a point. I mean, I like to call those episodes Trey Parker found something funny, so he reuses it multiple times. Either way, the writing in this episode is phenomenal, in my opinion. You start with the whole Prime plot, or cred is what they call it. Then halfway through the story, they intertwine with Randy's OnlyFans. I also like how they're using characters now, such as Clyde and Sharon, since Sharon has been in the show since season 1, and it's good to see her finally get a role that's not just being Randy's annoyed wife. I think her and Randy fighting over OnlyFans is just hilarious. And again, here's another joke that Trey Parker found funny, so he says it a bunch of times. It's when Randy's sitting there at the influencer office and he says that he wants to beat the shit out of his wife like 7 times, which is prime South Park from like 2004. I'm also glad to see Clyde Donovan, out of all people, get recognition. I think his character is very underrated, and it's really cool to see them bring some of the old characters back, how they did with Scott Malkinson in his very own episode in season 23, or PP during the streaming wars. I'm glad that Clyde got some recognition. And I think it would be a cool contrast since throughout the streaming wars and season 26, Kyle and Token became like really good friends. I think it would be cool to see Cartman get some more friends as well. I mean, he's always had Butters, but let's be honest, recently, Butters hasn't played a main role in a Cartman plot in years. And even if he has, it's not been as good as something like Awesemo or Cartman Sucks. So I think it would be cool if Clyde and Cartman became friends. I mean, even the way that Cartman backs up Clyde when he says he has cred in his backpack is just so out of character for him. And at the end, when Cartman gives Clyde a bottle and says, "Oh, Clyde, you forgot your bottle," that's just crazy to me. Especially if you watch the show as much as I do and love it as much as I do. Now I guess we can get into the underlying message that South Park has pretty much perfected at this point in their career. The message is that really no one cares about cred. They just care about their credibility in the school. That's why they call it cred. Yeah. Credibility. I got it. Wow, I'm slow. Anyway, the whole like message is that no one really cares and they just want to get popular, which is why Cartman is obsessed with getting cred. It's very back to basics for him, I think, since the last couple specials and episodes, he's really been calmer than ever before. The only difference in this special than other episodes and specials is how he treats Clyde. And I mean, Clyde and Cartman have always had this, like, underlying respect for each other. There's this one out-of-pocket moment in South Park where Clyde says,
Girls have a device which allows them to see into the future. What? How do you know? The girls do not have a device that shows them the future, Cartman. That's retarded.
You, sir, mocked Cartman before, yet you two sit here demanding answers. Now, damn you, let him speak!
Thank you, Clyde. I'm afraid it's true. I secretly videotaped the girls on the playground yesterday using my Wellington Bear video camera.
It's very weird, and it's never brought up or mentioned in the episode or show ever again. Anyway, that's my rant on South Park newest special. I can't wait for the next season. I hope that season 27 is the best thing yet. And if you guys haven't checked this out, as long as you're 18 years or older, watch Not Suitable for Children. It's so funny, in my opinion. Besides Randy, having his penis out the whole time. But either way, I think it's amazing, and you guys should really go check it out. Bye.